This video has been brought to you by HelloFresh. Use the code here or the link in the description box to get up to 10 free meals and free breakfast for life with every order. It's the most important meal of the day. Enjoy hassle-free, delicious, healthy meal choices right at your door with HelloFresh. One of the greatest mysteries within Kingdom Hearts deals with the aspect of a great affection and love between two main characters of the series. Or it was thought so at first, the specific moment between that of Sora and Kairi. But this is the moment that holds the key on understanding a hidden power of light that is both full of hope and is absolutely terrifying. And this is the point in time, the power that was overlooked that will act as a pivotal facet to the Master of Masters plan going into Kingdom Hearts 4, the Lost Master arc, and perhaps the endgame of all of Kingdom Hearts. Let's begin. The moment in time I'm referring to is when Sora sacrificed himself to restore Kairi's heart, as well as the hearts of the other princesses of Heart, impaling himself with the Keyblade of people's hearts, releasing his own and Kairi's heart while inadvertently completing the final keyhole at Hollow Bastion during the events of Kingdom Hearts 1. With Kairi restored and his heart released, Sora's body faded and his heart was swallowed by the darkness, which led to the creation of both Kairi's nobody, Naminé, and his own nobody, Roxas. All the while, Sora had become a Heartless. But due to the circumstances of his transformation into a Heartless, Sora, like Xehanort before him, was able to retain his sense of self due to willingly giving his heart over to the darkness, albeit for much different reasons. It is thanks to him retaining his mind and identity that Sora didn't revert to a primal entity and made his way back to Kairi, Donald, and Goofy, who is attempting to escape the wrath of Ansem, the Seeker of Darkness. It is during this encounter that Kairi was able to recognize Sora despite being a Heartless, and when trying to protect Sora's Heartless from other Heartless, her light poured forth and Sora was able to regain his form once again. This occurred despite Sora's nobody, Roxas, continuing to exist. Though he had regained his familiar form, Sora was still incomplete up until his reunion with Roxas during the events of Kingdom Hearts 2. This moment within Kingdom Hearts has perplexed many due to its number of mystifying elements that surround this occurrence. While it has led to much speculation and theorization, two lanes of thought was to be the consensus on why this could have happened. The first deals with the nature of Sora as a being and how special he is despite being an ordinary boy, which is testament to his character. And secondly is the approach of Kairi's power of being a Princess of Heart, as well as being one of the strongest connections to Sora that allowed this anomaly. However, in typical fifth-dimensional Tetsuya Nomura fashion, this instance is an occurrence that we have seen again, and relatively recently at that. And it may be possible that this is being adapted for the future of Kingdom Hearts in a huge way, just like the presence of the arc that came before it. Finally, the answer to this riddle that has been overlooked by everyone inside and outside of Kingdom Hearts lies within that of Union Cross, with the actions of Ventus and the True Darkness. In the chapters of the Key Saga, it turns out that Ventus is actually from the age of fairy tales, when the world was still one and the foretellers led unions in the wake of the Keyblade War. After the war, 5 new union leaders were chosen to inherit the world that was left behind. Ventus was among the 5, but it is revealed that Ventus was housing one of the true darknesses, 13 primordial beings with a sense of self incomparable to dwellers of light. And through tragic dark actions, the darkness slayed another Keyblade wielder known as Streletsia for Ventus to take her spot as a union leader. When the end of the world was at hand, the True Darkness decided to act on its own and clash with the other union leaders. This leads to the moment that reveals the secret of Sora's anomaly all the way from Kingdom Hearts 1. Here, Ventus, who is a bit of an anomaly all his own, being a being of pure light due to the True Darkness using him to break off from the aggregate darkness known as the Whole, using his power and existence as a pure light to reshape the True Darkness they were facing in order to give it form, a form that in the end his allies can defeat. As it is clarified in the context of Kingdom Hearts and its history, darkness once had forms that were not unlike humans, but chose to strip those forms off in order to attack hearts directly, and without physical form, they cannot be defeated, inhabiting a vessel or having a vessel of their own. It is heavily implied that this action eventually led to the concept and emergence of Ventus, who was originally thought to be Ventus' darkness given form, but as it turns out, thanks to Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind and Kingdom Hearts Dark Road, Ventus may truly be the physical embodiment and the entity that is the true darkness that was given form through the actions of Ventus, or, at the very least, broken off from that darkness. Do you see now? This is the power of true light, pure light, the power that is able to make up the world and what light dwellers consider life, their life. The process that Ventus used to give the true darkness form, a form that was beyond that of any other physical embodiment of darkness, a form that was even able to wield a Keyblade. This is the same process that Kairi utilized in their time of need in order to give Sora, who is a Heartless, form once again, despite his physical vessel becoming his nobody Roxas. As it is said within Kingdom Hearts, there is more to light than meets the eye. This overlooked secret that holds the final key, the double-edged blade, on what the endgame of Kingdom Hearts could be. A being of pure light, whether they be a princess of heart like Kairi, or an Anomaly who had their darkness wiped clean like Ventus, can utilize their light in a way that isn't destructive to the darkness like Xehanort intended with Kingdom Hearts. But they can use their light to create and recreate, even when applying this to beings of darkness to give them back a form of their former image. It is this utilization of light when it comes to both sides of one coin, Sora and Ventus, that will lead to the realization that the Master of Masters couldn't even anticipate. As you would think, something like this he will be able to read and foresee in the Book of Prophecies, as Ventus was listed as the destined child that would be the vessel for the darkness to propagate, expand, and break off from the whole. But was the event of Ventus using his light to give darkness form within those pages? Well, actually, I believe it was. Because isn't it odd that these two occurrences happen to be completely connected to Sora, specifically across literal space and time? It is because both Sora and Ventus are going to be the example, the prime example of what the Master of Masters intends to do with the darkness, in the final stage of his plan that is way too risky for its own good, and if done incorrectly, could unleash a force greater than any darkness we know. But that revelation needs to be saved for another time. I'll see you in part 2 of this expansive theory. Be sure to like, share, and most importantly subscribe to HMK, and be sure to be on the lookout for the next part of this theory that's going to blow your mind. Until then, this has been HMK, and I'll check you guys later.
So you haven't subscribed to HMK yet? Don't piss Xemnas off.